IT expert Gabe Belanger, president of Computer Geeks, on call. What can my company do to prevent data loss?
All right, well, data loss is a little bit complicated. So there's a few parts to it. First part is you need to have a functional backup. If you have a backup that is functioning, you know it's functioning, you know you can restore your files, that's the best way to prevent data loss. Now, in case of fire and theft or floods, which we did have in parts of Toronto a couple of years ago, you need to have an off-site backup. So you could have a cloud backup where your important data is being stored off-site just in case, or you could have an off-site backup drive that you take off-site every week or two, so that in case of that weird scenario where there's fire or theft, you still have your data. And the final thing I'm going to say on the subject is that if you have a server and if you're not really sure if your data is being backed up and taken care of, you will need somebody to be professional about it, identify it, and ensure that all of your data is being backed up. I've been in many scenarios where the backup is incomplete, and I'd say the majority of companies have an incomplete backup just because they're not aware of how they need to back it up. So for example, there was a company that has a database program that has most of the important information. They were backing up their server, but their server backup software is not capable of backing up a database. So we added a program that was designed to back up their database. So now that we have their server backed up and their database backed up, no matter what happens, we do have a way to recover from a scenario where you've lost information for that day. So in order to ensure you don't have data loss, if you really aren't certain, I would suggest you get a professional to look, identify what your backup is backing up and what it isn't.
Thanks, Gabe. If you have questions or would like more information, please email Gabe at mycgoc.com.